Hopefully you guys can hear me. Um, this works. I changed my setup, so I'm a little concerned if anything works. How's everybody's day, night, morning, whichever time zone you guys are in? Oh, tweet from Matt. Message from Ash. Could you guys give me a thumbs up or anything in the chat? Tell me if this works. Pretty excited about the airdrop today. Cool. I'm gonna assume it works. Um, I'm getting warnings from YouTube Studio, but I'm assuming that's fine. Um, but yeah, today's gonna be pretty laid back, but I guess the big news is just we're gonna do the airdrop. Just have a nice time chatting about piano, about what we're doing about it, about Publico, about what kind of artists we're hoping to line up to pass on public piano to. Uh, yeah, and if you guys are not joining me, I got a cheeky one. It's happy hour now for me. Um, and yeah, we're gonna have a good time, laid back, and try to get Ash on board. Ash, do you want to hop on the pub chat, voice chat? Let me see if I can get you to um be recorded. Lo-fi is just some random Japanese live. It's like Japanese lo-fi, 24 hours, copyright strike. Hoping that works. And we don't get screwed over by the copyright gods from YouTube. All right, let me find. Are you on the pod chat, Ash? If you are, just throw it in the chat, and hopefully we can get you on board as well. Okay, I'm gonna join and see if this works. Yo, Ash, can you hear me? I can hear you. I don't know if they can hear you. Let's see if they can hear you. Can you say, is Ash, can you guys hear Ash say something? Did you guys hear him say? Did you hear? Dude, I have no clue how this. Okay, you guys can't hear Ash. Okay. All right, I'm gonna kick you then. All right, cool. So yeah, we do live streams. This is probably our third one. I'm gonna have Ash just relegated to Twitter duties. Um, so I'm just gonna be the only one on call for now. But yeah, we do live streams, and if you guys were here before, you guys were looking at us, build a public piano. So yeah, like we do a lot of these streams when we're building, when we want to do these more in the future, whatever. Yes, we are using OBS, and I'm certain that I should take more time to learn it. But for now, I'm having to keep Ash in the chats. Proof of Ash, that's good. Yeah. So, um, before we go into the airdrop, for the folks who don't have the most clear idea what a public piano is, I'm gonna kind of just chat about it. Um, Legitimately, public piano was inspired when I was getting on a flight back to home. And I saw somebody playing at the airport terminal a piano publicly, and there was a lot of folks, excuse me, around him, just generally having a good time because of you know um you know piano, playing the piano. Yes, we will talk a little bit more about the airdrop and the criteria meeting a little bit soon in a little bit. Um, yeah, that was just I kind of just was inspired by that, and just kind of because I spend 24/7 thinking about NFTs, I thought, how do we translate that into the NFT world? And that's how kind of Publico, Public Piano was born. Was just how do we create something fun and just different. So yeah, Public Piano, the owner of Token ID Zero is kind of like the piano player. That's how I call him or her. And that person gets to choose what art is displayed on these 64 NFTs. And that could be, really anything because it's just IPFS metadata. So really, we're kind of flipping the formula around, on its head, and I think a lot of us understand NFTs are like semi-static forms. You buy an NFT, you can burn it, you can transfer it, but you don't expect it itself to transform. But in this case, you actually don't buy anything. You're not buying something static. You're in fact buying something that can change due to whoever the next artist is who owns Token ID Zero. And we have a few folks that we're hoping to line up um, that are pretty big artists in the space that we really think can add a lot of fun to this project. But yeah, so we created this kind of out of a whim. And yeah, so we kind of threw out some random, I wouldn't say random, more so just interesting requirements for this airdrop. We've already been building up to this for a week. But the key 4 requirements that we're qualifying it is if you own a complete London gift set, which means you have all of the tiles, aesthetics. So there's about 12 here: grid, quilt, frizzle, squiggle 1, squiggle 2, and their standard squiggle, and all 12 of these. So these are the different kind of aesthetics, right? So you got a pipe, you got squiggles here. If you own all 12 of them, that qualifies as a full set. If you own a unique name, so how do I show that? Unique names are a very, 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 very rare set of 30 of these. I didn't even know we had a price for 144. That's good to see. Let's go to names. You hit unique, and there's 30 unique names in the Publico, not Publico, London series, and they're all handwritten, and they're just fun names. Like, some of these are pretty interesting. Like, where's the last sold for 100 ETH is the name of this one, so it's priced at 101 ETH. It's pretty interesting, pretty fun. So these are the 30 unique names I would qualify as well. And I believe the next one is verification. You have 4 verified hashes. So if you own a hash and you manage to have gotten it verified, so these 250 verified hashes, if you own 4 of them, you would have qualified, and we have quite a few folks qualify through this way. And the final way is if you own 100K London. So let's find the London here, C20 tokenomics contract holders. So if you're of these guys who hold more than 100, you have also qualified for this. So if you actually want to see a very detailed snapshot of this, let me see if I can find it. You can go on here. I'm going to link it for any folks that haven't seen this yet. This is a link for the airdrop snapshot we have done, and to answer your question, this is the final. To answer your question, yes, we do weigh it a little bit differently. So you can see if you own 100K, you get a weight of 1. If you own a verified, it's 1.5. If you own a unique, that's 1.25, and you own a full set, it's 2. So we add all the cases that you have qualified for. So if you're 100K and a full set, you got a weight of 3. So you have 3 times the chance of hopefully getting one of the 63 NFTs available. The first one, 0, is not happening. It is not going to be airdropped. I'm going to keep that and give it to another artist. But we have 63 that we're giving out. But yeah, so that's how you qualify. We've already kind of done the work behind the scenes. So if you want to last minute buy London, I'm sorry, you can't qualify anymore because we have already done the airdrop. Or not done the airdrop, sorry. We have already snapshotted and also ran a random number generator to collect 63 addresses. And here they are. Hopefully you'll see them. There's 63, and these are the token IDs that you guys are all getting. Unique complexity has not gone anything this time. Here's to say about the future. Unique complexity does not. But we have 63 addresses, and we're going to do it live right now. Let me go find that page. Where did I put it? Oh, here. And here we have it. Well, we can just do this all over again. Piano. I hope this really works. Like, be awkward if this doesn't work. And this is all the addresses. I'm gonna hit next. So 63 addresses. We're gonna be giving out 63 piano NFTs, and gas price is about 0.26, which I'm gonna make a little faster in case this doesn't settle. Let's do 88. Why not? All right. So I'm gonna do this off screen so you guys don't see anything from MetaMask that would be compromising. Wow, that is a lot of gas. The irony of it is it's already a 1 hour wait time. We're gonna speed it up. Okay. That clearly doesn't work. Speed up. Alright, so we just sped it up. Hopefully this sped up transaction will settle. And we have then transferred 63 of them to all the right folks. This just always gives me a little nerve wrack whenever I do these kind of airdrops. But yeah, as we kind of wait for this, you guys have any questions about Proof of Beauty, about Publico, what's coming next for Publico, what's coming next for Proof of Beauty? We're gonna keep this very laid back. Ooh, just happened. All right, congrats, guys. Check your wallets. 3 block confirmations ago, we have just transferred 63 to 63 different addresses. So hopefully you guys have received it. This was all luck. So I received a 55 token ID 55. But let's go check if the website is. Let's check if OpenSea has reacted yet. No, it has not. But we'll give it a moment. But hopefully, OpenSea starts to react as well. I'm going to link this transaction here. So that is, in fact, the airdrop transaction. We just did it. It just got mined about 4 or 5 blocks ago. If you want to see, check in here if you received it. If you haven't, maybe wait on OpenSea for a little bit and see what happens. So who gets the controller token? I currently own the controller token because I created the art for with Ash for what you see right now. But I'm gonna be giving it for free to somebody else, another artist that I think you guys will really enjoy his or her stuff. And then hopefully that future artist will pass it on to a next person. And we'll kind of create this nice Olympic torch effect where you guys get to enjoy some of the best work from the crypto space and from the best artists and what they can offer. So yeah, I really hope that the folks are checking their wallets and seeing if they got them or not. But yeah, so 000, I'm going to click on this. It's owned by me. Happy to see that you got one, Anthony. Hopefully others have gone. See, this one's owned by 7B947E, whoever that is. And some of these others, let's see, some of them are now officially transferred. But yeah, so this is not going to be the first or last airdrop that we do. Sorry, not the last one. Airdrop we do. We are Publico is a series of a lot more projects, studies. So we have already have colored loot like nearly done. Um, Fatal Flaw is gonna be fun and traffic metadata unownable. So we have a lot of great NFTs here that we're hoping to create, and they're all gonna be given to the community in different ways. Um, so yeah, yeah, the random numbers just sometimes don't work in your favor. Um, because we do have about 250, 260 entries. So 3 divided by 266, you're still it's still a small chance, but better than 1 over 266 um chances to strike gold with one of these NFTs. But yeah, so refreshing. Um, yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy what is already presented on these NFTs. I think I had a blast creating them. They're all kind of critiques, cultural critiques on NFTs, on the culture around this space. And you can actually see here is I have because I own because I own token ID 0, I actually get to hit the edit button and I can edit the file. So only I can see this. Only I can see this. And that's because I own token ID 0, and whoever owns token ID 0 in the future gets to see the same kind of UI and add, delete, change all this metadata that is contained within the 64. But yeah, like you can see here is a history of the change. So I'm the kind of the first owner officially of this. Um, yeah, I think I was inspired by Jack's work. Um, yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this this project. This one was really literally created out of all of our most of my free time slash now even a little bit of I guess full time. I don't even know what that means. Um, and if you guys have owned them, do own these, tweet about it, please. Get loud. Um, and hopefully we can get people talking about this. Um, we may even do another kind of public piano series. I think just as a contract, it's very interesting. It would be really fun if there's more pianos out there that you can play. Uh, but yeah, yeah, I hope everything went out fine. Um, just gonna madly refresh this page. And I'm gonna do a last minute check on Discord to see if anything blew up. Yeah, so the reality of any of these kind of raffle systems is if we're gonna leave it to Lady Luck, stuff like this happens. And we, had a constraint that we only wanted to keep it to 64 NFTs, very small supply, mainly just um, we wanted it to be easy for the artists to add and remove art from the collection. Um, so yeah, so we had to work within that, and we didn't want a gas war for 64 NFTs. Um, so we're trying to raffle. This is our first time doing a raffle like this. Um, and maybe we'll do it again, maybe we'll not. Well, maybe we'll allow the gas war to happen. We'll see. Um, but yeah, uh, that's the airdrop, and now I'm gonna kind of like turn this conversation over to just general vibes, conversations, or do you guys want to want me to kind of break down each one of these artworks? I can do that as well. What do you guys want to see from me, or want me to talk about? Want me to talk about from the Proof of Beauty side? I just want to give a shout out to Space V for live tweeting this to the folks that can't make it on the live stream. So huge shout out to her for doing this. So yeah, please, if you guys have gotten one, if you guys can tweet about it, just out of Diamond Hands. Is there one in here that's called Diamond Hands or um? But yeah, like hope this uh what was I gonna say? Yeah, yeah, I hope you guys kind of just talk about it. It really helps the Proof of Beauty brand, um, and just getting it out there that we're doing some really interesting work, and just help get it loud. Um, yes, it is stored. We do emit events on the smart contract level that allows you to monitor how the metadata changes. And if the project gets very big, we may create a better UI around how do you look at the snapshot of history around this project. Um, so yeah, it's worth. Yes, is the best best way to answer that. I know there's a few folks that missed out, and I'm very sorry for the folks, but it's unfortunate reality of a raffle. We have no mal intent towards you. If you didn't receive one, we um, just want to create something fun and hopefully reward it to the community in a way that makes the most sense. But is there any of these that you want me to talk about here? I know Cypher really wants Good Morning. This one I think he just because of his whole brand that he has going on, I think he really wants that. So whoever owns this, if you're on the stream, I'm more than certain that he is trying to find you, and get in contact and give you an offer for this specific NFT. Um, which else? Ash, do you have anyone that you like particularly yourself? I really do like Vibe and Digital. So it's kind of in honor of Eight Father. Just checking on the channels and hopefully nothing blown up. Just getting some message from folks who have received it. Take control. Which one is take control? Take control. Which one is take control? How do I not remember this? You gotta give me the number, Ash. Alright, so 13, 17, 31, 21. I'll give it a little chit chat. 13. Oh, 13 is a really simple one, but I really like it. I think, kind of like file formats. I think the prefix of the protocol that we're using to reconcile the file is very emblematic if this is the Web 3.0 world or a Web 2.0 world. And I think the future is going to be towards IPFS. And I think that there's already a lot of front end stuff that's moving in that direction. I'm very excited that this is the case. But yeah, that's why this one's super simple, but it's just emblematic of the future that I think we're gonna head into. Oh yeah, take control. This one's nice. Um, if I remember correctly, this was the one of the few ones where we created the graphics and then we didn't know what it was for, and then we then created the name of it. I think that's what this one was like. But I think this one's pretty nice. Um 13, 17. Let's see if we can find 17. Yeah, so this one is interesting. This one's kind of a part of a series with this one. Uh, do your own research on API based metadata, fully on chain, and then um, IPFS metadata is not permanent. So these three kind of go hand in hand and kind of as a collection. Um, and so this one's really nice. I think they're just very simple, but they really kind of show. They're really trying to tell a story. Um, I think when we're talking about NFTs, it's like we're talking about something that is digital and is distributed, but we have to really talk about how permanent what you're owning is, um, and permanence should be a really big factor to how we assess the value of an NFT token. I'm certain that all of you guys have done that before. I do know that like Cool Cats for a very long time was just API based, and then they finally moved into an IPFS version. But truly, I think the most ultimate form of truly decentralized and long term asset is if it's fully on chain, as in the artwork, the metadata, the title, the description is all calculated, all stored in a smart contract. But obviously, it's very expensive to do that. Um, uh, you know, it would, you have to be uh, very thoughtful about how you engineer that, and this is something that we are really kind of doing a lot of R&D work internally. How do we make things that truly last well beyond the existence of us as a studio if there's a day that we do uh, you know not sustain ourselves. This is something that is very important to me and Ash. Okay, 31. Which one is 31? Sweep that floor, C3PO. I think Ash has a story if you want to share it in the chat. He created this one, and I kind of like this meme that we have going on in our chats in our community. I'm gonna let Ash kind of throw his story here. 21. Keep it coming if you guys want to see interesting. Um, just hear the story behind some of these artworks, or just want to hear anything from us in general. 21. Free to use image. So this one was just a fun riff. This is an image from one of those open sourced image websites, and we have had so many conversations and crypto and with OpenSea specifically about copyright striking and the issues related to that. Um, and how gray it is to create derivative art in this space, right? CryptoFunks had a whole thing, and we just wanted to create a piece that was kind of a stab of fun at it. Um, so uh, free to use image. So this is a free to use image, and we're gonna put in an NFT and see is it in fact free to use. Um, yeah. So this one is kind of a very playful one. So yeah, I think you were the one who got the synthesize. I think so. This one originally had an artwork. I forgot where it went, but then I was thinking, like, should I leave an artwork? Should I make an artwork for it? But I thought it was just be funny if synthesize is just blank. So we left it blank. There was originally something here, but we thought it would be almost funnier if synthesize had nothing on it. So that's what you own. You own the most minimal, I think, piece we have in here. Maybe second to insert meaning at 59. Yes, I like 02 as well. Community is, in fact, everything for us and for a lot of us. So this one, I think I would, I don't know which one I got, if I got one personally, but I would like to own this one. And I don't think I do. I don't think, I don't remember seeing my address, seeing this. So yeah, there's been a Discord question on how does the multiplier work. It's like a weighted number averaging system. So if you had a weight of 4.5, you would have had 4.5 times more chance of getting it than someone who has a weight of 1. Um, so it does increase your chance, but that doesn't guarantee you a chance. Because we're looking at about 300. Like if you were to sum up all the weights, there's about a 300. So 4/300 is still quite um, hard. I wouldn't say it's impossible. Um, uh, so yeah, hopefully that answers your question. 63. Yeah, so this one was kind of came out of nowhere. We were kind of sitting. I was sitting there thinking, what should be the last one in this collection from us. Just thought it would be nice to pay homage to ourselves, for not in a very selfish way, but more so just in respectable artists signing their own art kind of a way. So this has been the Proof of Beauty signature mark that we've had since Hash. You would see this on all Hash NFTs. I don't think you don't see this on London. We didn't put it on London. Um, but the idea is just like we are a studio of artists, and I think it makes a lot of sense to me and to Ash that we should brand our things as an artist would, instead of just as like as like a company just creating something. So we're really proud of our own work. So yeah, whenever we put this on, I think I hope it's very emblematic of all the love and effort that we put into to all of the stuff that we create. And also I kind of just like the signature, the vibe of it was really slapped together. But um, we're hoping to do. I really hope Ash, you're gonna get us hoodies in the shop. That'd be really exciting. And you gotta tease the shop sometime, dude. Ash, it's coming together really nicely. Why did I choose 64? Because 64 is a nice number. That's about it. I just wanted to choose a number that was 2 to the power of something. Uh, so 64 was just the night was 32 was too small, 128 was too big, 64 felt right. So that was as much brain power as we spent on that number. 15. So yeah, this was a riff. Yes, it will change with time. So this has been a riff on, Cash is King. I think a lot of us who have been in the NFT space for very long uh, start to wire a brain in ETH denominations. So, um, yeah, this was in respect to the fact that, when I'm thinking about buying a new MacBook, I would be thinking that it's like, oh, that's 0.3 ETH instead of the 1,000 US, paper bills. So yeah, hopefully that's explains this one. Yeah, it's hard to get an odd number with 2 to the power or something. So we do have a few artists that we're chatting with that are really interested in kind of contributing. The key cool thing I think I really like is this future artist doesn't have to edit all of them. He can edit some of them. So if he doesn't like a certain one, he's like, okay, I'm gonna replace this 120 with a new artwork, or 38 with a new artwork. So there's a lot of randomness still to it. But the idea is that like maybe after 10 artists, this almost becomes like a graffiti wall where you just see so much stuff being overlapped. Um, you see so many things kind of like this was from David, this was from artist XYZ, and this was from the most recent artist. This is a poem from him or her, right? So it's meant to be a living wall, the best way to say it, the graffiti wall for NFTs, right? Um, what will determine the transformation? Whoever owns this one, token ID 0, this person has the right to change it, and I own it right now, and I intend to give it to another artist for no monetary value, just to kind of create this culture of like of just perpetuating this wall to the next person and creating like this Olympic torch. Whoever is getting the chance to own this set of 64 metadata and do something about it. So yeah, wow. So you guys are already listing it for 20. That's fun. Well, there's only one that's listed for 20. Um, so yeah, yeah. Some artists can they want to do whatever they want. It's all up to them. Um, we just kept it very brutalistic for time's sake, but also the aesthetic that we wanted to achieve. But you know, there's no restrictions when it comes to whatever happens next. I mean, that's kind of the fun of this project and why we want to keep it very lighthearted. It's just whatever you own, you're owning whatever it represents today, and you could be a very big artist, a very small artist, but you don't own something that's just you don't own an artist's work anymore. You own an opportunity to enjoy somebody else's work, which really kind of flips the formula of what an NFT is. I think so. Very very excited about that, and well, we can do more with that. If you ever, well, the thing is, when you receive this NFT, Ali, um, you just own a slot onto it. You don't actually change it yourself. The artist gets to change it. So you just own however this artist wants to dictate these NFTs. So hopefully that answers your question. Yeah. So um, these will kind of continue to. I hope this project becomes evergreen and something that we constantly come back to, and just kind of view its current state. It is quite social experimenty, if you will. Um, so yeah, um, hopefully you guys, like it. Think it's really fun. And I think some of these are kind of funny, and some of these are a little bit more, I guess, preaching the gospel. Um, but yeah, is there any other kind of things you guys want me to chat about? I don't want us to go way too long today. Um, happy to hear that, AK, and you getting your tile set finished. Process of coding this. That's a good question. It's actually surprisingly very easy to make this contract. It was very easy, in fact. And really, I think that's kind of part of the formula of Proof of Beauty Studios is how do we extract, art and beauty out of very simple things. So I can actually, in fact, show you right now, piano.sol, and this is the contract that makes piano happen. It's just in the ERC 721, right? And the key magic of it is this modifier. We're pretty much requiring that only the token ID of 0 can do something, and that controls set base metadata. So that allows you to set all 64 metadata. And that's only and the only person that can access this function is owner of token ID 0, and that's it. This is that. This is piano. This literally those 3 lines these 4 lines make open piano an open piano, right? Like it's just a normal NFT. And the only thing we added was these 4 lines of code. But that's the spirit of Publico, and that's the spirit of Proof of Beauty at large. Is how do we build very interesting NFTs, but we're not doing that much, right? And that kind of really also tells you, like how much more we can do in the NFT space beyond just our current understanding of NFTs as we have it today. there's just so much more mechanics, so much more technology, so much more culture that we can develop through very simple mechanical designs. And Publico is our way of saying that out loud to other people. Um, yeah, yeah. So we got plenty of that coming. Hopefully, um, a lot of these other ideas are very simple in nature, but I think executed, I think it really shows a lot of interest, interesting mechanics. Um, but I hopefully this also is motivating for folks that if you guys have crazy ideas, it's really not too hard to build it. Um, you know, it truly is very easy. And it's really just a matter of just building it sometimes. And if you guys need the support, we have the London DAO. They have a great grants process that they're building that allows them to fund other artists like the Proof of Beauty Studio to build other art. Um, so um, hopefully our goal as a studio is really to build the crypto space, the NFT space to be a much more thoughtful about NFTs, and also too to build a community and resources for other thoughtful artists to build what they want to build. And the London DAO, our Discord, us as a studio and how we build and doing live streams, this is all of our ways of hopefully getting closer to that mission. Yeah, that one man who listed at 20. So yeah, is there any other questions, guys? Questions, thoughts, just general comments you want me to answer? We're gonna go for probably another 15 minutes, probably, and then call it. And hopefully, you guys enjoyed stopping by um, the stream, and enjoy the NFTs for the most part. Definitely. Um, yeah. So, um, any last minute things that you guys wanna have me chat about? Doesn't have to be about Publico. It could just be about general crypto or my thoughts about anything else. I'm more than happy to share them. Not that I have a good answer to most things, actually anything really. But I do have answers. That's a good way for me to end the Friday too. um, yeah. I spent the week kind of panic building the last parts to get the piano released, and nice to end it also on a Friday and just be, all right, we're done. Time to chat with the artist and see who's next. And then, for me at least, my focus is now back onto Burn, the London Burn project, where you're going to be able to burn the London Gift NFT to get a new NFT. Very excited about that. So that'll be the next thing that we're working on. Another Publico. When will the next Publico release? How do Colored Loot? I don't have an answer to be honest. It could be very soon, could not be very soon. We're mainly basing it off of timing, how everything works. We have so many things coming out the door right now. We have the shop, we have the burn, we have Publico, Colored Loot. We may reveal the details of it right after the live stream. Or do you guys want me to reveal it now? It's up to you guys. But yeah, so we got a lot that those three. We got a lot of hash improvements in store. Yeah, so we have quite a few things going on, and we are trying to sequence them in a way that they don't annoy each other. Um, So we don't want to like release something rapidly and then clog up the whole Twitter space and exhaust you guys. So colored loot, uh, we may release it after burn or the shop. I don't think we're gonna do back to back. Um, um, yeah. So, colored loot. Let's. I don't think a lot of you guys know you can do this, but if you click on it, it's a link. It's a live link. We haven't actually said anything about it yet. None of these else have them yet. Click on colored loot. It's been here the whole time. Um, so yeah. Um, so yeah. So colored loot. Um, this is kind of a much lighter hearted project. It's we've gotten so much feedback from folks um that um they love the color sets we use in London Gift. Um, so we wanted to. This is supposed to solve a few problems. For us, color loot is about how do we get the colors that we use on chain, and make it something that people can own. And we built this fun, hopefully, thing for you guys to kind of own these fully on chain. And the key thing for us is, in the future, as we build on chain art, we're going to be leveraging this NFT collection as our palettes. So this is kind of a stepping stone for us. We're hoping to build this colored loot to get colors on chain, allow other projects to use the color sets that we have available. Um, yeah, so that's colored loot. It's a lot simpler, but I'm really excited about it because it's technologically a lot of new things that we're trying to implement. Um, and yeah, colored loot. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it. It's all gonna be all free. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but it's coming soon. You guys can look at the page, Publico POB Studio Loot. And we're pretty much creating our color palettes as NFTs that we're gonna give out for free. We don't care if you, and hopefully you guys mint them. And then we're gonna use those palettes that are minted, um, in other projects, maybe even as soon as Burn. Um, and we're gonna probably maybe even do this with our name generation system that we have in place for like London Gift. We created those names via pseudo random function. Um, we want to kind of get all these primitives, these basic systems that we built off chain onto an on chain environment, and that would allow us to build on chain art much more easily. Because right now there's huge problems. Like, where are you gonna get your art palette, color palettes? Where are you gonna get your name of your artworks in a smart contract? It's really hard to. So this is one of the steps for us. It's raining outside. So yeah, it's super laid back project for this one. It's also one of the first artworks, NFTs that we're creating that's fully on chain. There's no IPFS metadata. There's no art. There's no APIs. It's just when you own this NFT, everything is on chain. And we're hoping to learn how to do that more and more. So when we build new projects in the future, we can do on-chain art fully. So we build something that really lasts forever. Um, but this is kind of our first stab at it, our first stepping stone. So stay tuned for when this comes out. Loot is gonna be very fun and exciting. Um, and yeah, with me, and we can start playing some riffs maybe in the future. Loot owners get airdrops or whatever. We're gonna really start stacking on each other when it comes to what we can offer to the folks. All right, gonna leave the last few minutes. Any last moment things that y'all want me to chit and chat about? And again, just last thing, just like I mean, please share it to the folks that you know. Hopefully they'll enjoy it too. Let's get the voice out, get the noise out. Um, yeah. Um, I know certain folks will probably be very frustrated if you guys gonna get them. We try to make this as fair as we can. Certain folks will be frustrated if they didn't get it. But if if you do want to understand, we don't build these things with the intention of making them hurt somebody or make somebody feel less so. We just have to build with the realities of project constraints, right? Um, so yeah. Cool. Any last minute things you guys want me to chit chat about? If not, we're gonna call it a day on the streams. Hope you guys enjoyed these streams. I'm usually pretty laid back on these and just to speak the mind. Let you guys a little on an inside look on what we do as a studio, how we think about things, how we build things. We're hoping to do these at least minimum once a week. These streams, we share you how we build Publico, share you how we build London, future projects as well. And then you guys can riff with us about these ideas, or give us feedback about how we're building things and kind of have a say on how we do things here. So yeah, hopefully subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Follow all of our channels, and um, hopefully you guys enjoy what we do, and we're gonna do our best to continue to deliver cool things to you guys. All right, I will now mute myself.